What is going on YouTube? It's your man King Howie back with another video. And I'm just continuing this storyline with Malcolm Jenkins and Eric Reid, who is the former defensive back for the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers, and Malcolm Jenkins, who plays for the Eagles. Eric Reid was out of the NFL for a while due to his protesting with Colin Kaepernick, but he found a job and was signed by the Carolina Panthers a couple of weeks ago. And before they played the Eagles that game, he confronted Malcolm Jenkins in the middle of the field, and it could have escalated and became a big altercation. But teammates came and broke it up. After the game, he explained why he did what he did and why he confronted Malcolm Jenkins. Basically, he said the NFL was trying to find a black player to be a guinea pig for the NFL to stop the kneeling during the national anthem and stop the protesting. Malcolm Jenkins basically proposed an initiative to the NFL and tried to get some black players to back his initiative, to come to an agreement with the owners as far as the owners giving back to inner city communities, through charitable donations. And once once Eric Reid found out the whole situation behind the initiative, him and not only him but other black players that were backing Malcolm Jenkins, they decided to pull out because the owner of the Texans was stressing to them that protesting can no longer go on. We need you guys to stand for the anthem. He talked about the flag, and Malcolm Jenkins basically wanted the NFL to donate $89 million to the inner city urban areas, different community outreaches, charities, things of that nature. But the NFL turned around and said, well, we're not going to give all this $89 million. Y'all going to have to come out of y'all pockets as well in order for this to work. Now, Eric Reid basically said the NFL tried to persuade Malcolm Jenkins and the other players that were backing this plan or whatever by making the NFL players come up with the money out of their own personal checks that they get paid for playing. Basically, trying to implement a rule, which they tried to do, which the NFL tried to do, to force the players to stand or either stay in the locker room. But once Eric Reid and the other players backed out of it, Malcolm Jenkins was pretty much on his own. After Malcolm Jenkins found out that he was the only person that was still trying to push this deal through, he kind of just threw all of those guys that backed him under the bus. He sold them out, and it didn't work, which forced the NFL to no longer come up with that rule of players standing on the sideline or stand back in the locker room before the national anthem. So that whole thing got wiped out. Eric Reid voiced his opinion and said that the whole thing was set up for the NFL players to be quiet, not protest, not be able to voice their opinions. not use the NFL as a platform for, you know, protesting and kneeling. And what's interesting about this whole thing is Malcolm Jenkins hasn't said anything about what Eric Reid has said, which makes me believe that everything Eric Reid said is true. That the NFL tried to use Malcolm Jenkins as their scapegoat to handling the protest problem in the National Football League. This isn't over. I'm pretty sure this isn't over. At first, I was on the fence with the whole thing with Eric Reid and him confronting Malcolm Jenkins. To me, I think he could have did it in a more professional way. You know what I'm saying? He could have handled it after the game. He didn't have to make a big scene like that. But when you're fighting for something that you believe in and you come across a person with good intentions and then you later on find out that those good intentions are not intended to be good for you, you pretty much going to be pissed, because like I understand Malcolm Jenkins. I understand where he's coming from. He decided to fight for a cause that he believed in. The NFL, made him pay for it by not letting him play. And as soon as he gets an opportunity to live out his dreams again of being a national football player, and you come across a guy that proposes an initiative that you agree with, like, oh, this could be good, this could be change. We're looking for change, we're looking for growth, we're looking for evolving. And then you find out that the person that you thought was on your side is just a soft shoe tap dancing motherfucker for the NFL. Who knows what kind of personal gains Malcolm Jenkins was gonna get from this? I mean, was this supposed to be something for Malcolm Jenkins to accomplish, and then the NFL compensate him for it in another way? And another thing too, where is the NFL Players Association Demarius Smith at? Where is he at with all of this going on? I mean, the last thing I heard from him was that he was going to see. I think he said he was going to see what was going on with the collusion case with Colin Kaepernick. That thing is still ongoing. Who knows what part Eric Reid plays in that? I'm pretty sure he's going to play some kind of part in that situation when it comes out later on down the line. But Malcolm Jenkins, those players that were backing him, they are against him now. They are against him. And I'm pretty sure it's more than just, this goes deeper more than just Eric Reid. Who knows what Richard Sherman has to say about this, Michael Bennett, other players that have stepped up and spoken out about the NFL, the players for the Dolphins, they were all included in this meeting. They even tried to get Kaepernick to come to the meeting. Eric Reid said once Kaepernick found out about the inside shit behind the initiative, he backed out. The NFL owners wanted Kaepernick to be at that meeting. Kaepernick pulled out, along with Eric Reid and some of the other players. When they showed the highlight footage or the interview, Malcolm Jenkins was by himself. There was no other players present with him. We just getting at the tip of the iceberg with, this situation right here. I don't think it's over. I'm curious to see what else Eric Reid has to say about the situation. And he basically just called out Malcolm Jenkins, saying that the guy was a complete fraud. He wasn't in the interest of what what they were protesting about. You know, this isn't about fairness to the players. This isn't about that. This isn't about fairness to the owners. This isn't about that. This is a political issue, something that's outside the NFL that Eric Reid, Colin Kaepernick, and I'm pretty sure Malcolm Jenkins, all believe in, that they want to, do something great, be a part of something that's going to change the culture outside of football. And I think by NFL players using equality, police brutality, and anchoring that with the platform of the NFL, I can understand why the NFL owners are concerned, because using the NFL platform can open the floodgates for other situations that can be brought up. Who knows what other players are going to be protesting about? And I completely see where the NFL owners are trying to like simmer this down and get back to what they do best, and that's control these players in the league. And as of right now, the owners are losing control of the players in the league, especially when it comes to a situation that they have tried to change the narrative time and time again, making it about the flag when it's not. So I'm pretty sure Eric Reid is going to do an interview after the season explaining further into detail about the whole Malcolm Jenkins situation, what's going on with Kaepernick, since they are close and they're fighting the same battle. And other players should speak up too, that's, behind this whole thing. So I'm curious to see what are the next steps leading up to the collusion case that's going on with the NFL right now. And will Colin Kaepernick come out and finally say something about this whole situation going on with the NFL, Eric Reid and Malcolm Jenkins? Y'all let me know what y'all think, because I don't think this is over. I think it's far from over. I think there's some more information that needs to come out about this situation. I'm going to do some more researching and looking at the details, and I will be dropping another video about this. So with that being said, this is your man King Howie. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll be sure to keep giving y'all good content. I'm gone.